Discover the Best in You is a self-help book for the Muslim community. It's designed to help people to get results in an area of their life that's important to them. So they could be working on self-esteem, relationships, communication skills, work-life balance, or overcoming an obstacle. Well, this is not a book you read. This is a book you work with. And you can work with it in a way that suits you. But when you do work with it, what you can get from it is you can learn to improve your communication skills. You can improve a relationship that is perhaps of concern to you. You can set up a life vision, create new goals for your future. You can actually deal with finances, time management, and also deal with any obstacles that are in the way. It has a slightly spiritual flavor to it. And what's really important to know is that Muslims are like anyone else, right? We also have the same needs and wishes and wants. So we also have needs for our financial future. We want to have careers, we want to have success. But there's a lot of challenges in today's lifestyle, and especially in the Western world. So for example, you might really want to have a successful career, but Islam might tell you that simplicity is more important. Or for you, you might feel that simplicity is more important. So how do you balance those two, for example? So what can happen sometimes is that you can have a conflict. So what's really important is to have support and have a sounding board to work through some of these issues, so you can actually meet your Islamic values as well as achieve a lifestyle that you love. Actually, I'm not really limiting it. There are a lot of self-help books out there in the mainstream community which actually don't cater to Muslims, because the Islamic framework is really important. So a Muslim can never push aside their Islamic values. You know, it is a way of life for us. So it's really important to keep that in mind. And this book has been written with that in mind, because it's written by myself, a Muslim. The best way to really use this book is to use it in the way that works for you. So for example, it's not something that you have to read start to finish. So you can start on, let's say, the chapter on communication skills. If you feel that there's a relationship that's not working, either at work or at home, you know, start there. If you feel that you want to work with an obstacle or a challenge that's happened recently and you're having trouble getting out of that, start there. So this book gives you flexibility. It's not like you're tied in to one thing or the other, and you don't have to read it start to finish. And what I also suggest to people is that take your time with it, right? This is something that you can pick up and leave off and pick up and leave off, and really use it to work with throughout the years. It's not something you just do once. You might find that you gain new insights every time you do the exercises, something new in there. I'm a professionally qualified life coach. I've been working with the Muslim community in the UK and abroad for a number of years. And I'm really passionate about making a difference. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote this book. Writing this book has been part of my personal vision. What I want to do is to really make a difference to the Muslim community. And I wanted Muslims to be able to have access to these really wonderful skills and tools that they could use to empower themselves and to create change in their lives. Everyone may not have access to a personal life coach face to face. So I think this is the next best thing. I faced a lot of challenges when I wrote this book, because one of the things I had to do was to look at my own life and reflect on where I was. And that's why the journey took me some time. I mean, the reason why I got into coaching in the first place was because I first used it. I first used it in my own life, and I really began to develop a vision for who I wanted to be. And I noticed that I wanted to make a difference to my community. And that journey took me a few years, and I also changed my life in a number of ways, and it comes across. And I think that's why this book also took some time to write.